Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Pro 632 Road Radio. And we got Troy Russell here with us again, as well as Jason. Hey Troy, go take away.
What's going on, guys?
Now it's give yourself a little introduction for the people who don't know who Troy Russell is and what you do.
Live in Antwerp, Ohio. Been tuning cars now since about 2019. Mainly 632, but I've also tinkered in some Pro Nitrous and some fast top sportsman cars. And currently working with Doug Nickel and Ed McNamore in PDRA and Joel Laudermilch in the Milan Local Heads Up Series.
Gotcha. And you're currently at Milan now, right?
I am currently sitting in Doug Nickel's motorhome in Milan right now. Yep.
Don't
We are the IHRA, the big IHRA Pro Mod race. They are running it on top of our local Heads Up program this month.
Okay,
so they're racing the local race and the IHRA race too.
Yes, they're running the Pro Mods up here, Top Sportsman, and Mountain Motor from IHRA, and then our local 632, LDR, Ultra Street. What other classes they brought in here? They run an all motor class, open comp. We normally run first Friday of every month. West Estefano normally runs up here with the Skinny Kids Olds. But we usually have pretty good turnout for 632 for the local guys. We used to have 18, 20 cars up here, and now we'll get 12 to 16, 12 to 17, somewhere around there. Rules are a little more lax. It's not just a single kit class. They've got a single 36, they got a single 40, dual 40s, unlimited. Rules are a little bit more open. We talked about going to the PDRA rules, but it would cut out basically half the guys that run up here local, and we didn't want to do that.
Since we're talking about the rules, let's go ahead and pull them up and let's go into them a little bit more detail. So, like if my car was racing this weekend, Jordan would have been there racing. So I would have been there racing with you if I knew that was going on. But it would make just sense to go up there and race together again.
The car's already in the trailer.
Right. It would have already been there, right? So let's go ahead. Let's pull up these add them to the show real quick. What's going on? Maybe if I can figure it out. I'm getting the IT.
And rusty.
I know. There you
go. Hey, there it is.
So going over this thing here real quick. So of course, standard stuff there. So we got maybe I clicked too many pages. I'm trying to get it to where I can see it. So
that's why I've got my phone out. I'm cheating.
You're cheating. Oh, okay.
So basically, they start with the big block minimum of 570 cubic inches. With the weight breaks for that stuff. And 571 to 599, 600 to 640. Obviously with the single kit, no limit, multi-jet kit systems, and then you do have you have room. Yeah, you got big block NA, small block nitrous. See, that's the killer right there. Is the small block nitrous, 500 cubic inch, no limit.
Anybody
running that? That's not nitrous.
No, it says nitrous.
It's a small block nitrous up to 500 cubic inch, no limit, jet multi systems, 2,375 pounds.
That is.
Okay.
That's Pilarski's engine combination, right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Pulaski and
we've never had anybody come up here and try to run it.
That's why you need to take that out of there. Somebody does.
Excuse me, I get it.
It's everybody's like, yeah, don't worry about it. Then it shows up, and now it's a problem. And then once the problem's there, you can't do nothing with it. And obviously, you guys have a lockup rule in there, so you're 50 pounds for 5 forward gears and 25 pounds for the lockup. So it's basically the same as the PDRA for the 2 lockup cars or 3 lockup cars that we have.
Mm-hmm.
which is basically the same. So basically, if you're a PDRA car and you want to run up there, you're basically gonna have to throw 75 pounds in to run up.
Yes.
I can tell you, I know I'm not running at minimum weight, just because my car's happy where it's at right now, and I don't want to pull the weight out of it. So I'm overweight for our class.
Dutch car, when we tested it Wednesday, we were 35 rolling across the scales. At the last PDRA race, we were 50 rolling across these scales.
Yeah, so you throw on 25 pounds or give him 2 Big Macs.
So we've still got to put 50 in it, but we were it beat 75.
Okay. Now, does as a group up there, do they as a whole take use of all the brakes? Is there something in every class except for, as you said, like the small block motor?
Yeah, there's a little bit of everything up here. I don't think there's any NA cars that I'm aware of. But there are cars running on a single 40. There's a couple of multi-kit cars. Dave Fallon, he ran NMCA for years. Ran a couple of championships over there. He's 20 minutes from here. So he still runs the 240 jet deal. There's a couple. I'm trying to think. I think there's another Camaro up here that runs a multi-kit deal. It's about a 50-50 split up here as far as the single kit to 2 kit.
Gotcha. Because you've been in PDRA for a while now, and we've tried every which way we could. Not to say we, the PDRA has tried every which way they could to make stuff work, and it just for some reason doesn't stick. We've had the same rules, pretty much the same rules of these before, and car count don't come up. I think when you have that much, my opinion, when you have this many options, it gets too hard to police it. Maybe at a small level track like yours, but can you imagine having 100 dragsters and 80 top sportsman cars, and you're going down the line, you got all that stuff, and you got 2 tech guys, 3. We got 3 now, but you got 3 tech guys, and it's like, when do you check what when, and how do you have the time to check it?
We pretty much, we're mostly self-policing up here. We do roll across the scales every time. They do check, spot check on jets. We do not have a spec jet up here. But we try to keep an eye on everybody.
Hey, so I was just looking at this. So that's the base weights based off a 35-17 16 bias.
Yes, we cannot run a 36-inch tire up here. We've had a couple of runs DQ'd, not on purpose. When we come up here and run Doug's car last year, we had the 36s on it. I didn't even think about it. We went out and went like 416 off the trailer with his car in Q1, and somebody's like, what tire you got on there? I'm like, what are you talking about? And so we had to put the 34.5s on there. It doesn't matter on that car. We can run a 36 or a 34.5 because it's a tall 34.5 and a short 36 that I've got. So it really doesn't matter.
I was just looking at here because it says deduct 25 pounds for utilizing a 33.5 or a 10.5 or so
that's a whole lot of rules.
It is loosely based off the old NMCA rules. Is what they adopted up here originally.
Like you get a deduction for leaf springs.
Oh yeah.
If you're running leaf springs in the 632 class, you're awesome because you got a radial tire on it going crazy.
Right.
So
well, and that's when we first started this class up here, they used to run 632 right behind LDR.
Which would make sense.
That got sporty at times. They've since moved it to where we don't run behind the radial cars. And we had a couple guys that did try to run radials in 632. And of course, when they moved it, they bitched. And first thing I told them, I said, 632 ain't a radial class.
Yeah.
Well, it says bias tire. It doesn't say radial, right? So
Phil Tukey runs a radial in 632 down in Florida.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it probably works for him.
Can do that.
Probably works better for him than a big tire with the track that we have.
Oh yeah.
Bradenton, that radial tire is the best tire to run there. No matter even testing day, it's the best tire to run there if you can use it.
Bradenton is a fault. I mean, if you get your car down to Bradenton and you show up at PDRA, you ain't going down. It's just the way it is.
Yep.
Spent the money. I got the information on it. It just doesn't work. It was like that for Jordan found out the same way with the Pro Stock car. He's like testing. He's like, man, I'm doing good. I'm going down. And all of a sudden he shows up at PDRA. It's like, I'm like, yeah, no, you can't do that. You better off going. Our best chance is to go to Orlando.
I just went over and talked to Tommy V because they're running a mountain motor up here this weekend. Well, half the classes we're running this weekend are radio cars.
Really?
Oh yeah. Ultra Street, LDR, all motor. Them are all radio classes.
Okay.
So I went over and told Tommy and Jeremy Huffman. I said, hey, go up and look at this track before you go up there. Make sure you have your mouth guard in.
I mean, there's so many pro mods before them going. It should knock the track down a lot.
This track is really good. I mean, we come up here last Wednesday testing. I changed some converter stuff, some gearing stuff, trying to catch back up with some of you guys. This is a Wednesday night. There's street cars out here testing all night. There was half a dozen cars with slicks. In 2,800 feet of air, I went 960, 260 foot on this track. So the track itself has teeth. My worst 60 foot all day, I think we were 974. So this track works really well and holds rubber really well.
Then you come to Maryland, and it's like gone.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll put the big tire. We'll put the big tires on it for Maryland. I need as much as you can get.
Gotcha. I see Tom's been commenting, so he's on and watching. He's trying to get the inside skinny on the 630.
He said he was going to come on here and make fun of me.
He's more than welcome to jump on. I mean, but he is right. EFI for the win. I mean, granted, they puts 25 on those mount motor cars, or did they take that away? I can't remember. They keep adding and removing the weight.
Yeah, if Tom's listening, maybe he can tell us if they took add or left the weight on it for the EFI mountain motor cars. I don't see. Ed's running the carburetors, and he's totally against it in our class.
Troy's going to get that changed.
I'm against it because I don't know how to tune the damn things. I'll be honest with you.
Tom said
coil unplug. Sorry.
Oh, coil unplug was 25. Okay.
And they say that there's an advantage there. It'll make more power coil unplug over a distributor.
Which is weird because Pat Musey is having all his guys that are even on Fuel Tech go back to a distributor and an MSD.
The story I got is there's an issue with the Fuel Tech, and that's why it's banging the motor.
That could be too. That could be too.
I think
only on the internet.
Tom's got jokes. Tom should come on. we can have Tom on here. He needs to walk over to Troy's trailer or hit me up on Messenger, and I'll send him an invite.
There you go.
And then I still get a kick out of that. Only the internet makes power. But I lost my train of thought with it also. But yeah, the coil unplug thing. I got it from a tuner that does some of Pat's stuff, and he's basically said there's an issue within the Fuel Tech, and I think Fuel Tech, great you ton of you people use it, right? But it might have grown.
You said you people.
Yeah.
You people? Really?
You and you.
So everybody but you.
I'm a Motecher. I'm a Motecher.
Starts with an M, but I don't know about the Tecker part.
Yeah, okay. But I think that the system's grown faster than they can keep up with it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know what I mean? It's like it's just growing, and the possibilities are endless, right? So if you don't have a big, huge group of people just working on making it all work constantly with updates and going on and going on and going on, I can tell you, and other Motec people that they're listening, if there's anybody, we constantly have updates on firmware. Constantly, every time you plug in, it'll say there's a firmware update. And I use the Brandon Schweitzer package, obviously. And there's other packages out there that I hear are way more advanced. Brandon dumbed it down for the dummy to use it, right? So it's basic and simple. You can change X amount, but you can't go in there and fuck yourself.
Okay.
I mean, it's just not going to happen. Like, you're not going to be able to change, the spark angle or this or that. What you got is what you got.
The rope's about 3 inches longer on yours, so you can hang yourself.
Yeah. Well, so case in point, like with Billy Gibson's car, it didn't make a representative past the second round because somehow the fuel tech was looking for boost. You're on a nitrous motor, that thing just needs to be turned off. we ain't gonna find no boost there with that stuff. Ed said, fuel injections, rich people problems. He's a hater at the moment, Patrick, until he gets it, and then he'd be like, "This stuff is cool."
Hey, it's like that first piece, man. It's okay. Now I'm good with it.
Right?
You can't let it alone.
It starts up quicker. It idles when you start it up. Everything works. You can put it together. It rolls to the burn-on box all by itself.
If you're starting from zero, there isn't a whole lot of difference in money.
Correct.
No.
I've never paid for a good set of, say, mountain motor carburetors, but I've heard the pricing on some of that stuff. You can damn near put a fuel tech on a car for what them carburetors cost.
Well, you can put fuel tech on there with carburetors too.
Well,
you got to do the injection portion.
Yes.
Right.
Carburetors, pumps, regulators, all the extra nitrous solenoids you have to have on there, all that extra fuel you have to figure out, all that other stuff on those carburetors. Just take all that off.
And for the most part, somebody in the community is going to give you something to get your car started.
Right? Oh, yeah.
That's what we do with Patrick. I made a phone call to somebody. Jordan made a phone call to somebody. He ended up with 2 packages to install to get the car started. Same thing with Jordan's mountain motor stuff. You know what I mean? Somebody gave him something to get him going. You know what I mean? What Brandon gave me something, and I was supposed to call him before I fired the car up, and I didn't. I just, I'm going to see if this thing works, and hit the starter button, and it sat there and idled. I was like, yippee! This thing works.
I knew nothing about. Well, I mean, I'd tinker with the fuel tech, some, but I'd never build a map or anything like that. I put one together and we fired the car up. I run some stuff past Lindsey Coleman because he's played with the Holly stuff a lot. But we basically just come up with a base map and okay, let's see how it does. So it's fairly simple to get going.
Right. And it's like I said, there's enough people out there that'll help you to get you in the right direction. I mean, nobody's going to give you the answer, but they'll give you
right.
I mean,
it gets you started. And the hardest part about a fuel injection is to make sure how to get it to crank up the first time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once you get it out to crank up the first time,
is key. And I'm learning something now with Mike that there's V, and I'm sure Tom Vig's going to jump in on this. Pounds per hour, and a lot of other stuff is VE, and they say the VE is the way to go.
elaborate.
I wish I couldn't tell you. Don't know nothing about it. I'm just told that, yeah, we got to put a VE map in here instead of pounds per hour.
Tom,
Yeah, I say
what's
that'd
VE?
be a fun question. I know we've discussed that, but I understand pounds per hour.
I do too.
Pounds
But
per hour.
I guess like pounds per hour for us old guys, and the new younger guys are on VE. You know what I mean?
Tom ain't young, so
You know.
catching
Like,
backlash
don't
over
call
that.
old people old. You call them
Yeah,
youngsters.
Hottest is going on. What's hottest going on brake clean? But I mean, you know, that's the thing. It's like the next thing. It's VE supposed. I guess like the pounds per hour is back like in the GM throttle body injection days.
Let me look something. I got an idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna Google something
You're gonna Google something.
so we can figure something out. So we can figure something out. So we don't sound so stupid, or at least I don't sound so stupid.
Volumetric efficiency. Nick says they both do the same thing. But on that, so now you're on a what's this a 2-day race, one qualifying and one going into eliminations. Troy.
What's that?
So this set the week that's right now, you're testing tomorrow, which is Thursday.
We're testing tomorrow. Friday is qualifying, and Saturday is a race. Where normally on this heads up, we test Thursday, we run one round of qualifying Thursday night, and then 2 rounds of qualifying Friday, and run the whole race on Friday.
I just got one serious question to ask: is somebody having a cookout in the 632 class?
Here, probably not.
Bunch of pussies. So they ain't got no love for nobody. It is what it is. We have love for everybody. So pounds per hour measure of air.
Somebody to steal some food from Tom. I already told Huffman I was going to come over and get a drink later. So,
Hey, so the pounds per hour, a measure of airflow or fuel flow, right?
Yep.
Or volumetric efficiency, a percentage that represents how efficient an engine fills its cylinders with air. So how efficient it is at pulling the air into the cylinder.
Yeah, that's a
How
whole
do we
nother.
tune that?
That I don't know.
I'll stick with pounds per hour.
Right.
I've tore plenty of motors up with pounds per hour. I don't even want to screw with volumetric efficiency.
That's like, tuning for dummies. Vinny said he's got a grill there for you. Does Vinny have a car there?
Don't know.
Vinny, talk to us. Junior dragster, right? Billy's having food on
Yes,
Thursday.
Calvin. Billy's having food for Thursday, but we're talking about this weekend where Troy Russell's at in Milan. If they're doing a cook-up, the 632 guys are doing a cookout at Milan.
Calvin's a day behind everybody. It's all right.
Listen, give the guy a break. He's had a rough life.
Oh, I got to give Calvin a hard time.
He's had a rough life. Poor guy. Owns more cars than he knows what to do with.
Right?
No. I seen a guy on YouTube that had more cars with the old 1320 guy.
No, race cars.
No, he had cars and race cars.
Calvin,
Yeah.
What's going on, Jim?
Oh man,
Jim Geiger. Yeah, how you doing, buddy? He just bought himself a Roadster, I believe,
and had an incident with it.
I think he got himself another one.
Oh, he got another. Okay.
Yeah, because he asked me about Big Bubbas.
Okay, cool.
I don't think he can fit a Big Bubba in that car, but I know he can fit a little one.
Okay.
Someone's telling me to correct the pronunciation of Milan.
We're not on NCIS. It's not Milan. It's Milan.
Milan.
Only
But you gotta have that hyphenated thing on the side of I.
Only on NCIS do they say Milan.
Is it? No, Milan. Whatever. I'm sorry, Mr. Mark. I apologize.
No, all good.
I'm from Boston. It ain't got a hyphenated thing on the side of the I. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Must be a Cuban town.
Yeah,
Milan is in Italy.
Milan is in Italy.
Ed's retarded.
Ed's on that little Guido thing.
It's just the carbureted people who can't figure it out.
Thank you, Jim. Glad to hear it.
All right. Yeah, he said. Yeah, he actually Jim messaged me on Facebook the other day, Facebook Messenger. So other than that, what would you rather race? Would you rather race the Milan or the PDRA?
I like PDRA. I do like the traveling. I mean, hour and a half from home's nice, but I don't know. Just I've always liked the atmosphere of PDRA. Even some of the issues we've had and the bitching we've done and I've done and this and that and the other, you just can't beat the atmosphere.
I love our group of guys and girls. You have to put the girls in there. I wish
Tara did go to the next race, the last race, right?
What's that?
Tara did show up at the last one too, right? I
Yeah,
saw the
and she had 2 good runs.
Awesome.
She made it down. She made A to B's. They probably weren't as fast as they wanted to go, but he makes A to B's. And Tom, we had a conversation, and Tom was just about the weight in the truck. And me and Troy touched on this earlier. Some people just go faster with weight in their car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm heavy, I'm overweight, and I can take the weight out, obviously, but my car's happy at the moment, and I'm happy.
You got to find that balance. I mean, what's the lightest pro mod car out there? Just curiosity.
Those things are heavier than everything, man.
They're like 2,800 pounds, right?
Yeah. Jason Harris runs it.
Yeah.
I think Jason Harris runs 60 pounds over.
I'd have to look at the rules. I think some of the Roots cars are lighter than that.
27 to 2,800 pounds, right?
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. And how fast are they going?
Yeah. A car that is balanced and working correctly will go faster than a lighter car 100% of the time.
Yep.
Correct.
That's not happy.
That works in, I think, in a lot of things because it's the same way with boats.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can have a heavier boat, and if the weight's in the right place, it's going to go faster.
It's all about balance.
Yeah.
It's about where it's sitting at, right? So
sometimes, like when you had that X block, Patrick, you just couldn't get where you needed to be.
No.
Nick's saying the blower cars are 2650.
Okay.
That's 100 pounds more than me.
Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, we do have a good group of people, and I appreciate all of them. You know, some of us are pain in the asses at sometimes, and
you're 100% a pain in the ass.
I wouldn't have it any other way. You know what I mean? But I'm the pain in the ass that goes the farthest for every one of you pieces of.
Really? Is that how we're going to do this tonight, Jason?
All right.
Oh man.
Obviously we're missing our sidekick Chris tonight for some reason or another. I don't know why he hasn't shown up.
Nick's saying Hosley is 2,275 pounds with that 900-inch 1,000 nitrous system going on to it.
That's crazy.
I don't think he's that light. Is he 2275? I thought they were stuck at 24 something.
Well, Hosley has an outlaw car, so it's whatever he wants to run, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's probably outlaw now.
Reister's car is also light. He runs it in IHRA Outlaw Pro Mod. I know that. I don't know what that car weighs. I know that car is light.
But that's a badass car.
It is.
From what Jordan was saying, he built that whole thing himself and whatever. I mean, that's badass.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the car. You look at that car. That car is light.
Huh. I mean, I like to see Halsey come back to PDRA.
I would too.
You know,
I just want to see him back in Pro Mod holistically, whether it's IHRA, PDRA, you know.
320. Hell, Halsey's lighter than he is. Damn. 2320 is still light though.
I know an orange car can get that light. I carry weight in my car. There's that other blue car too. She's carrying a ton of weight in her car.
Who's that?
There's a blue 70 that showed up in Virginia. I didn't get the girl's name. I talked to her boyfriend. She's going to try to run it in Top Sportsman, and I try to get her to come over to 632.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He's coming to 632 with a Mustang.
Okay.
He's
Oh,
local.
that's what you was telling me about trying to get him to swap cars. And,
Yeah.
okay.
They're local to Dinwiddie.
Okay.
Really nice guy. But I mean, biggest reasons for having this conversation tonight was what's the big difference between Milan and us, and
Mhm.
why can't we attract cars? Let's just not focus on PDRA 632, right? Let's focus on 632, and I like the fact that they have that that local race. What'd you say? Once a month?
Yeah. First
They're doing
Friday of
local.
every month.
I mean, we could probably do it down in our area. It'd have to be over at Bradenton or Orlando, either way. But we would have to change our rule set somewhat.
Phil would love to have a 5,000 pound run what you brung bullshit going on. So
I understand that, but I mean, and there's a few of them, Patrick. Right now, you look at the big pictures. A few of them, and if we modified a Florida rule off the PDRA rule, does that bring 632 back to
Florida,
South Florida, or Florida itself, I should say, right?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's like the PDRA modified the rules for racers to show up because they said, "Hey, you changed the rule for us. We're going to show up."
Right.
Yeah,
They didn't show up.
I understand that. But we have how many of them cars sitting around down here doing nothing?
Now,
you put something on once a month.
Now, if we were to say, "Hey, we're going to have a class that we can all race in that's not Pro 632, but has similar rule sets,"
Similar to what Milan. Well, probably similar to what we have up here.
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The heavier cars, the multi-system stuff. Something like what they have up there may work down there. I mean, is it going to slow the cars down to run 450s, 460s? No.
Hell no.
No. I mean, it's not. I mean, with 240 jet, we had on a single 36 up here with these rules, we've been 16 on a single 40 jet at 2,800 pounds. We went 418 up here.
I mean, the weather is going to slow us down no matter what.
And yeah, we run even in the summer. At night sometimes we get some decent conditions. First race of the year, last race of the year, you better bring your coat. And we try to run when the sun's up. When the sun goes down, it gets cold, and the air gets negative 200-300 feet sometimes. So.
Because you have that, I've been there during that time over in Douglas, and it'll be hot during the day. When that sun starts going down, it's like a race with the thermometer.
Oh yeah,
it's a race. It just drops. Worse than what it is. I think it's worse than what it is in Virginia when we're there in
the tip swing worse, I think, day to night.
But I mean, is there a way to come up with a rule set that they can have a 632 group in North Carolina or South Carolina, and we got one in Florida? How does that work? How do we make that work? Is there people out there that want to promote that stuff? So if there's a local, my point is, if there's a local like Milan has one in an area, does that bring more cars eventually to PDRA for 632, or is it just?
I would think so, right? So if the rule sets were closer to what the local race at their track, the locals would come to race, right?
I mean, for me and you, we're not that far off to go to them. But if there's more cars racing multi-kits and multi-weights and all that, and it just, for us, is just too much hassle to police. It actually, I mean, in all reality, we'd have to have one tech guy just for 632.
Well, here's the thing. When we started up here in 2017 is when they started the 632 program at Milan. the Heads Up series has been going on 20 plus years. They added 632 in 2017. That's actually when I met Wes and Dave. We built a car for that. I think the first race we went 490. The fast guys were 470s, 480s. And then, when we built the blue car to go PDRA racing, in 2018, I think the record up here was 456, and it was in a Ford 5-speed car. Then we built the Musi powered car, the blue Camaro that Doug has now. The problem I see with the local stuff, you have to be very careful with the rules. The rules at Milan and PDRA were real similar at that time. Okay, because that's when PDRA had the multi-set, the kits, and all this stuff. You have to be very careful with rules, because when somebody comes in, most of your local guys aren't going to do an all-out, like Pilkarski did, like Alan O'Brien did. Them guys, they built it to the rules. The rules were wrong to be competitive, but it wasn't their fault. Either one of them. I don't blame either one of them guys. They come out, they were fast. When we built our, the 2-system car in 19, at the time the record was 416. Johnny had the record. We go test in Florida. Hell, our 7th pass on the car, we went 427. And Pat, Dean Marine is helping me. I knew nothing about the car at the time. But you'll have the guys that do have the money that come in, look at a rule set and go, I can whip everybody's ass with that combination. And that's what they do. Mm-hmm. And if
that is that mentality.
Well, but if you like up here, there's 4 guys that have a twin 40 jet. Okay. And somebody comes in and drops $130,000 on a motor, $200,000 on a car, and takes their combination and outruns them by 6 numbers. What do you do? Do you hit that combination and penalize? You're going to penalize those 5 cars and slow the other 4 guys down because they got outrun by their own combination.
You can't penalize money though. That's the issue.
Well, exactly. But how do you police that?
There's only one way to police it. There's only one way to police money. The easiest way to police money is a crate engine.
Yeah.
That's the only way to police money.
Finding error on that too. I mean, do it roundy round.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roundy Round has a spec 352 barrel.
Right.
We got it. Roundy Round has a spec 600-inch motor or 632-inch motor too that they race in open late models.
Yeah.
They're spec. They're built by chassis builder or engine builders, and that's all that they can. Those spec items. That's the only way you can police money.
Yeah.
But then
I agree. But
then the money goes to the other parts of the race car.
Yeah. How I would have no interest in doing that. I mean, if say they said, okay, we're going to run the spec engine, this is what it costs, blah, blah, blah. Do you think, would the class increase or decrease in count?
It depends how much that spec motor is.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you that.
So we'll use the GM 632 crate motor.
So if the crate motor was $20,000, right? That is a number that everyone in our class easily can afford.
Oh yeah,
right.
I love them.
You have 2 or 3 of them. You blow them up every time just to make sure you push it as hard as you can, right?
Yeah,
that's what you do. You blow it up because if you ain't pushing it that hard, you're not trying hard enough, right?
Right.
But that's the only way to. I mean, but then you have 2, 3 of them, so you can, you're
still going to spend the same amount of money.
You're still spending the same amount of money.
You're still going to spend the same amount of money regardless, and you're going to go slower.
Yeah. But in reality, that's the only way to police money is to say, hey, you have $20,000 max you can spend on your engine, and say, hey, someone pulls out 20 grand, they can take your engine, right? That when some of those they have classes like that, hey, it's 20 grand, that's it. If you put more money into it and someone walks over with $20,000 cash and hands it to you, and you have to pull out your engine.
Yeah, never happened.
They have that in the round world with the slower cars. You can pull the car.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Claimer motors. That's what they're called, claimer motors.
Yeah, claimer. Yep.
Yep.
I'm just saying that's the only way you can police billionaires or millionaires, in the class.
But you can't blame them for like Troy said, they look at a rule set and they
use their mindset and say, hey, we're just going to push this to its maximum capacity. And those who can't do it because of financials or whatever, they will never meet it. Then they'll get penalized, like you said, because the other guy is actually seeing it.
Yep.
How many lockup cars are running in Milan?
As far as I know, none. I don't think. And Nicole is the only one that has the ability. And last time I talked with them, they were not running the lockup.
Last time I talked to them, she was down to 3 speeds.
Yes,
that's it.
Yeah, 3 speeds and no lockup.
I think right now, if we didn't have a lockup rule, it would save 2 cars in the class.
Mm-hmm.
If that wasn't allowed in the first place.
Yeah.
I don't. Daryl's used it. He said it just tears the bottom of the motor up.
We ran one for 2 years, and it's hard on shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what I know now. I think a 5-speed in a lockup is not as hard on them as a 3-speed in a lockup because you're not pulling them back as far. You're not tugging them things back 14 or 1500 on the gear changes with a 5-speed.
Yeah,
you're able to tailor them and get your gear drops where you need them to be. And I don't think they're as hard on parts. I mean, we went through, gear sets, transmissions we never had any issues with. But we go through some gear sets.
And some of the pro mods are getting rid of lockups.
Yeah, I don't think none of the blower cars run them.
Gotcha.
It's all converter technology. Most of your blower cars have all got 400s in them and no lockup.
Yeah, Melanie got rid of the Liberty, and she's on a.
Yep, Harris has got a 400. I think most of the class is on a 400 now. They figured out how to run them, and they're just hanging. They set the motor 10,000 RPM and run the traction curve. They run the traction curve off the engine RPM, lay it at 10 grand, and send it.
Okay. Let it eat, right? Phil Tukey said that he's 300 pounds over. I
you need some more salad, then, Phil.
I mean, you gotta have like the world's heaviest Firebird. He's a great guy. I'd love to see him come out but a lot of people get stuck. You know what I mean? They don't want to. Not that they don't want to. Maybe they can't afford to. The program's already established in a certain direction, and it's cost too much to go back and change. And I mean, him is cylinder heads, and I know his deal. He's got to buy cylinder heads, so it's pretty much basically build a new motor, and and pull some weight out of the car. You know what I mean, and that's. I think by the time he gets that, he could probably buy somebody's car. Yeah. And be ahead of the game. You know what I mean? And that's the hard thing. Hank Hughes is in the same boat, right? It's like he's got the desire. He has, he's got the money to do it. And it's like, I know you want to do it in a Mustang, but man, it's between the car and the motor. You know what I mean? You're kicking yourself in both nuts.
Yep.
So, I hope to see him out, within the next year or so. I mean, he's just a good guy, and he has He's fun to be around. You know, he's real fun to be around. And like it goes back to like people who you like to race with. I mean, we do have a good group of people. You know, and I think the rules keep it. I mean, our rule set keeps it easier to manage. It's not that before when you're like, well, what are the rules? And you take a deep breath and you're like,
right. It took
oh, God, man, what's your email address? It's going to be easier.
Right.
Now it's just like, no, this is it, and that's the soup. You know what I mean? And it's done.
The rules are a lot simpler now. I'll give you that. I mean,
you know, yeah. I mean, if you can't understand it, right? If you can't understand it now, there's a problem.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you could damn near literally put the rules on one page.
Yeah. You probably don't speak English and don't have a driver's license.
Yeah.
But and some other stuff that came up is how many, and we left a lot of people out. We talked on a couple of times is how many people have come through 632 and gone forward, and a lot of people got left off that list, and Jordan Enson's one of them.
Yep.
Jeremy Huffman's another.
Camry.
Tony Gillig. Camry always gets mentioned. Tony Gillig, even though he was in Mountain Motor before, I mean, he's gone through 632 and back out there. You know what I mean? But some of us, like me, I don't care to leave. I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like, if it ended, I'd probably just park the car. I hope it doesn't end, but if it ever did, I'd probably just park my car and be like Walter and go buy a drag strip.
Nah, you throw a big motor in it and go play. I know you. Don't kid yourself.
Hey, I seen one the other day. It was like for $50,000, a 959 with everything to go, and I was like, man, I could have spent $50,000 and went pro mod racing.
Yeah, for like
not run up front, you can't.
I didn't say run up front.
Now.
I didn't say run up front, but I could go racing.
Yeah.
You can go do burnouts.
I say Aaron Glasser's got a couple of them for sale, so we can hook you right up.
All right. Do we have a car count? Do we know that's going to show up in Maryland?
I do not.
I know I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
Patrick's an if. He might.
I will not be there.
You're going to Germany, right?
I'll be in Germany.
We're getting in the way, man. What the heck?
No, this is family. This time's family.
That's even worse.
No, it's better. I enjoy my family.
You don't schedule family time on top of a race.
Well, when you don't know if you're going to have a race car ready or not, it's,
you still don't. Sorry.
More important.
I've been divorced twice, so don't listen to me.
That's right. So, yeah, I'm good. I take my own advice. I'm on 18 years. I'm all good.
But I hope the car count comes up.
We're still waiting on cars, right?
Yeah, if Doug would like to stay home, I'll be okay with that. It's only one round ahead.
But I mean, Jason, the car count's there if we all get there, right?
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
The engine parts are all there at the shop now. They're all getting put together. Once it's all finally finished, we'll get the car ready. Be hopefully, if all goes well, ready for Tennessee. You have a couple other people who are still finishing up their cars. All these, these funky Ford people that Ed's been working with.
Well, Tim and Gary, he sent me a text the other day because I reached out to him, and car's back on the ground. It's together. He's supposed to be testing this weekend, I think.
But the only ones we never heard about are these magical Mopar people.
If
I wasn't there, standing there when they came over, I would call myself a liar. That's all I got to say.
I talked to Chris Wheatcraft that owns Indy Cylinder Head. Them guys will not be out. And they are not affiliated with Indy Cylinder Head.
Okay.
So he knows who they are. They are a customer of his. No chance in hell they'll come out and run 632.
Not enough steam?
Smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors.
Gotcha. That's only 3 cars out of how many we had promised to come, right? We were up to 23. we were up to 23 cars. So if we get 20, would be great.
Yeah.
I would hate to see 4 go home, but
I mean, I do know some other cars that are still working on their stuff. Other projects came in front of theirs, so they're still working on them. Will they get finished this year? I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, the other car there, I can never remember the man's name, but he's out of North Carolina. He's supposed to be showing up too.
That Terry guy?
No, Terry already showed up.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Terry showed up in the rain race, and he's just happy to be there. His brother came over. Man, you got this? He give it to him, leaves, come back. Man, you got this? The third time I said, I'm about ready to open my stacker trailer, tip it upside down, take everything out, and you can pick up it all off the ground. I'll put it right. I said, would you come over here with that? With the lunchbox in that trailer? What's going on with that thing? They're good guys. But
Don't
now
know what you get until you get there.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. I was, as you said that, Troy, I was randomly on the top of my head, I was like, I need another drive shaft sensor.
Mm-hmm.
I need a spare. I'm like, God, the next thing you know, it's like, because we gave it to somebody or you used it or, it goes back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, good Lord.
Sitting in the other third member that's sitting at the shop broke.
Yeah. Yeah. I need some parts, So, and there's always that going on. But I'm sure if I needed something, somebody would return a favor.
Oh,
And
yeah.
So Jim Beal will be out in August or September. Nick, what car does he have? And where is he from?
Jim Beal.
He's from Ohio.
IL.
He's from Ohio?
Yep.
Okay. What kind of cars do you have, Troy?
It depends which one Nick's talking about him driving.
Okay.
Him and Pete Piccolo have been putting together a new Camaro from Precision Chassis.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Yeah.
Yep.
Because he has a BES engine?
Yeah, it's a BES 11-degree motor. Yep.
No, I think the car count will be decent. We got the 2 cars that showed up last at the last race. I just wish we still had the 2 other cars, so the numbers would have gone higher instead of level. Maybe he'll have a change of heart and knows what he wants to do with his life. But the big. I'll get into it out here. The big thing is he's looking for a weight reduction on the lockup. But at the end of the day, JC Beatty may be the guy to beat, but Jeff Pittman is the faster car.
Uh-huh.
They're the same.
No. Pittman's faster.
Okay. Who went faster?
Pittman.
What was his speed?
Oh. I don't even remember.
Yeah, I'd have to look.
You have to look at
4098 and 4098.
They are so close. Neither one of them. You can't take weight off the lockup because they're running the same speed as the automatic, or as the non-lockup.
In the one race,
one out of the 3 cars is.
no.
So, and the Ford has been fast. They just hadn't been able to make it fast this year. So
they changed something up between Virginia and the first race.
They changed something, haven't found it, so you can't ask for something. You've been fast, you changed it, now you're slower. You can't ask for something to get that back. You got to work for it.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to get back to who's faster, JC or
round for round. When you go round for round, Pittman's always been faster than JC.
Yes, on average.
On average.
Well, you're talking 0.01.
409 to 416 at the last at Galat.
9. The question isn't who's at the end.
What do you mean who's at the end?
And who was in the final round?
Well, Pittman went like 189 red, sleeping at the light.
Yeah, that's not who's faster. That's who wins the race and who's faster is two different things.
But both of them they're both fastest ETs so far this year were 409.8, right? 498.
Yeah, it's not a record.
Two different races, I think, wasn't it?
Same race.
Same race.
The same race? Okay.
Yeah, the first race was Darlington.
That's what I'm getting at.
What everybody else is doing this year. So
I'm just saying the first race, the same number. So I mean, and of course we all know, you make a small change, the wrong change, depending on the air, whatever.
Right.
You make the right change, cool. But speed for speed, they haven't been faster than each other by a margin.
Right. They've been back and forth.
Back and forth is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But they're both fastest ET is 409.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. So,
from what I understand, is what Tech did is they took their best runs and they laid the numbers out, and they're faster than JC. Even if they took the Ford, if they went back to the Ford and they took the Ford best runs, it's still faster than JC's best run with the lockup.
Oh, with the lockup.
That Ford was fast. That car was fast. I mean, they did their homework. That thing was,
but it's like the video you post earlier. Where you win the race at. You don't win the race at the racetrack. Yes, you do, but you win it. All the testing, all the time and effort you put in. Testing at the tracks.
Greenbrier does. They do. I'm sure they wear motors out testing. But that Ford was fast at one time. Whatever they changed from VMP till Darlington, something changed, and then you got a driver change. Now, Melnick's a hell of a driver. I don't know much of the new driver. Melnick's a hell of a driver. I got a video, and it was when I raced Melnick in the finals, and I had a camera in the car, and you see him roll right up on the side of me, and you see his nose go down.
Oh, yeah.
It's been like 2 years, and I go, son of a bitch, I never noticed that before. Looking at the video. Hey, it's him tapping the brakes, so he beats me by enough.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a 200-mile-an-hour line strike racer.
Yep.
A lot of talent that I don't have. You know what I mean? Hands down. That kid, he can drive. So they lost that advantage, and I think you have to have a top sportsman guy to have that kind of a driver. You're not going to get that out of a pro mod guy. Pro mod guy is the same thing as a 632 guy. He's running to the end.
Me looking at the guy next to you.
Yeah. Calvin said the Ford went 408 last year. And it did. It almost beat the record, but it didn't beat the record.
Right.
It was close. It was right there.
Yep.
And we had worse air than when she went for the world record.
Yeah.
Because I think the world record, we were like 900 feet below sea level that year. And I think this winter we were last fall we were like 600 feet.
Yeah.
To that effect, 675. So I just wish they would. Don't help kill the class. You know what I mean? Because your shit's not right. You know what I mean? My shit's not right. I'm not quitting. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I spent a year and a half rattling tires, breaking fit, and spending money. Put my dues in. Figured out what was wrong. Move forward. You've been there. When you went to a single kit, you had a learning curve. Patrick's been a class supporter for a long time.
Yep.
You just show up and you go.
Yep.
It's all about having fun at the end of the day. And we all want to win, but you got to have fun doing it. If you're not having fun doing it, then why do it? Right? We know you got a mission to pull.
That was the most important thing for me. I stopped having fun with those carburetors and went with the fuel injection, not trying to beat up the carburetor guy, Ed, but once I changed over and made consistent laps, it became fun again, and
Right.
until it broke, right, and then shit happens. But
It's a lot funner pecking on a keyboard than it is twisting screws and changing this and changing that. And yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. How do you do this? What you do? I don't know.
Right.
That keyboard voodoo magic. But hey, we are at the top of the hour.
Still,
And Troy, we wish you the best of luck making sure that your driver can get the podium and the win. I know that's what you're rooting for.
Yep.
You're the only PDRA guy there, so we're going to root for you.
Well, we got Liberties are there. Liberties are there.
Oh, is Nicole there racing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, 1-2. Okay, I'll take a 1-2.
You got to give Kyle third place. Got to throw a dog a bone every once in a while. Kyle can take third. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I like to thank a few people before we get off. Obviously, Procom's ELS, the sponsorship of the radio show, and Doug Cook over at Mark Williams Enterprises for sponsoring the class. Hopefully, he can do some magic and get us into the Winter Series. I know Troy Russell don't want to come down for the Winter Series, but there's a lot of us that do. And Redline Oil for Patrick, M's Oil for me. M's Oil is my deal. Do you have anybody you like to thank for the season, Troy?
Just Doug and Ed, man. I mean, being able, I love these cars and been fortunate enough to, be able to work on them for, going on 10 years now. And, appreciate Doug and, for keeping me on with his car and, Ed for letting me help out with his. And, like I said, hopefully with the testing we're doing now, this will, I think, equate to both cars. And hopefully we got something for JC and Maryland.
Oh, hey, before we drop off, the last show, I missed it. There's a $400 bounty now.
$400 bounty on JC.
Unless you want to throw 100 on it, we make it 5. Troy, no?
No, I don't want to win my own money back. I want somebody else's money.
Oh, well, you're gonna get, at that point you'll get 4/5 of somebody else's money.
Well, let me see how this weekend goes, and I'll let you know before Maryland.
Oh God! Listen, I'm the joker of the class, and I threw 100 in on it.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna be testing again the week before. This weekend, 1 day of testing, then go into race mode, and then the week before Maryland, I'll have one, if not both cars up here testing again the week before Maryland.
You're going to need to put rods in Doug's car pretty soon at the rate you're going.
No, we're good.
Okay.
GRP rods, man, on a single kit, they go all year.
Till the goes boom.
Hey, one time in 7 years, man. That's it.
Don't jinx yourself. Don't jinx yourself. All right, everybody. Y'all have a good night. And,
hey, I appreciate it, guys.
Until next week, man.
All right. See y'all.
Bye.
Later.